Mac Alexander, phenomenal football player.
Too late. Look at that play right there. Mac Alexander jumps the snap, jumps over the line, makes the block.
But he didn't play that much on a basketball team.
He accepted his role, and he was phenomenal. He was a huge part of those teams that went so far in like 14, 15, 13. But it was nothing to do with what he did on the court.
That was the culture we wanted. You had to have a bench guy. You had to have a leader on the bench, and he was awesome as a bench leader.
Redmond used to always tell him, like, he'd put him in the game at the end if they were up big or whatever. Mac, do not make a circus out of this. Yeah, whatever, coach, I got it.
So then when he gets in, everybody's going crazy.
Mac at those times had this really long football flowy hair, like the flowy football cool hair.
You're going to see him. He looked like Braveheart.
Like Mel Gibson in Braveheart.
Sons of Scotland!
He was all jacked up, muscular.
He had a headband on, and you think there's no way he's going to score, and he jacks a three.
Here's Mac. He's going to high up a three.
And it goes straight down.
And he got it! And he got it!
And Bryant screaming, "For freedom!"
That was for freedom right there. For freedom!
Oh, freedom!
Braveheart knocks the three down. You got to be kidding. Mac Alexander knocks down a three. Oh.
There we go.
There we go. All right.
Tangled up. Andy's really into this band thing. He's still going to stick with it.
Oh, I don't have my other hat, so.
Are you majorette?
Yeah, I am.
Ooh. I'm Powell. Oh, that's that majorette Powell.
There's the drone right there.
Hey.
All right, coming this way again.
Welcome to
Man, we are all tangled up here.
Hey, welcome to the Rambler Sports Network. It's Football Friday night. We have the Kalkaska Blazers coming in. Started their season 5-0 before dropping 3 in a row. They come in at 5-3. The Ramblers also coming in at 5-3 after a magnificent matchup in Charlevoix last week. Come down to 1 point, Andy. And
I don't think I'd call it magnificent, but it was quite a game. I mean, it was a typical Charlevoix-Boyne rivalry, but I don't think anybody in Boyne City is going to call it magnificent.
Well, as far as the game
they
goes,
loved it. Yeah.
I think over about 400 yards for Boyne altogether, and we're going to take it to National Anthem. And there's our cannon, guys. It's the Football Friday night sound that we love the most, that cannon going off. And as I was mentioning, tonight's broadcast, and all broadcasts for that matter, we'd like to thank, first and foremost, Rainey's Landscaping, owned and locally operated. When you call Rainey's Landscaping, it's Lee Rainey himself that will answer the phone and call you back. So get a hold of Rainey Landscaping. We want to thank that presenting sponsor for all of our broadcasts this year and last year. In accordance with all the other sponsorships this year, we'll name them by quarter as the quarters roll on. But Andy, back to last week, maybe not a magnificent game from our standpoint, but a tough game, a tough loss. I'm sure Chuck heard some stories on the Charlevoix side, and we heard our stories on the Boyne City side.
Nonstop, yeah.
How long hold on, how long you wear that hat for?
Well, I got to thank the band. I mean, we got to live out one of our dreams to march with the marching band. And I don't know if anybody even noticed us in the crowd, but we got to march right up here. That was kind of fun, don't you think?
That was a lot of fun.
I think I want to wear this hat the whole night. What do you think?
I think you should. Do you know the name of this?
It's a hat with a plume. I know the plume.
Yeah, got the plume in your
That's close
cap.
enough.
Yeah.
That's close enough, yeah.
Close enough.
We always knew Andy had a feather in his cap.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Anyway, back to that Charlevoix game. Again, it was a good win for Charlevoix and Don Jess, and I think they all know, everybody knew that Charlevoix kind of snuck one away from us right there because they played a great game. We had some turnovers, and but it was a great win for Charlevoix. Yep. I guess if you look at it that way, that kind of propels them in their playoff run. But not a good loss for Boyne City, and kind of refocus everybody a little bit, you know. And we'll see tonight how refocused they are. Okay.
Yeah, here they go, getting ready for kickoff here. And speaking of kicking, I mean, that seemed to really be the difference of that game in Charlevoix.
2 field goals, right?
Kick game.
Well, Tanner Kelly, you know, he is a sophomore and a kicker taking the place of Ryan Spate. I mean, big shoes to fill, literally. And, you know, we could have kicked some extra points and stuff against Charlevoix, but, I mean, it's not a thing that we normally do. And Tanner Kelly being a sophomore, all that pressure on a big game like that, that'd have been tough, you know. And, again, hindsight's 20/20. Everybody's thinking, why didn't, you know, Coach Suttle kick those extra points? And, yeah, well, maybe he should have. Who knows? But, I mean, we talked a lot about that, and putting a sophomore in that situation in a big game, that'd have been tough.
But when you look at the testament to Boyne City and the football team we have, looking at 5-3, to go toe-to-toe like that with Charlevoix last week, a really great team up there, undefeated still, ranked number 2 still. Pretty good matchup for us.
Well, they're going to have a big one here. They have Kingsley here tonight, so good defense there by
Hewitt.
The Ramblers, and Owen Hewitt making his presence known early.
Oh, they got some size up front there, as you see, and they decided to go off tackle. I'm not sure if they had a blocking mishap up there, but
well, this Kalkaska team is athletic. They're big, but low in numbers, right? So when they play Grayling, when they play Kingsley, when they play all these teams, they've had some injuries, and talking with their coach before the game, it's a different team than what we've seen all season. So he's patching stuff together. He said they're actually better this week than they were last week. So that's all that counts, and he's hoping to grind one out here against Boyne City. And there's another one right up the middle, and that is snuffed out quickly.
Yeah, we're matching our size with theirs. Schoolcraft started the game there at was it One Tech?
Yeah, he's right in there, and that's a big body to move.
That is a big man.
Holy moly.
I just talked to him right before the game, and I think he leads the tackles up there in that interior for sure. He's got close to 30 tackles on the season.
What?
But
Tristan Ager in on the stop.
what a man. Like you said, Andy, standing next to Caden Schoolcraft make me feel really small.
Well, he looks average compared to their offensive line.
The Man Mountain.
He's a man mountain. Looking at 3rd and 10, ball on the 35-yard line for the Blazers.
We got 3 receivers split to the left.
And their quarterback
Can they
is
throw?
looking that way already. Peeking, and there it comes.
Right over the middle, and that one's caught. Wow, tremendous catch. In traffic. Man, what a grab.
Yeah, a little behind him. He reaches back, hits the air.
Cleared out the middle and sent the guy to the middle.
A little crossing route right in underneath, and look at, you got guys in the area.
Braden Joyce in on the stop.
I think I saw what Tristan Ager saw. That ball did touch the ground, but they called that a reception on the field.
There's an acrobatic catch right there, so no replay, so they can't really challenge that. But
that's right.
Good big play for Kalkaska here on this opening drive. And that's what they need. This is what we were talking about last week in Charlevoix. You can't let these guys think that they're in the game, right? If you have a mistake or a turnover or something like that, you're going to let these kids think they're in a game.
Right,
this is a big one. This one's going to go to the house. And how did he get through there? That is a great
Well,
That was
up
a
the gut
really,
run, and
really tight crease.
we're giving up the middle right now. Our defensive linemen are 3-tech, if anything, right now, and the whole middle was wide
Right
open.
through the middle here.
yeah. Well, they saw it. They
It was not much of a gap at all. He just wiggled his way in and squeezed his way out.
well, and again, you said it. I mean, this Kalkaska team was undefeated for a long time, and they're good. They're good. There's some athletes. And we played the JV last night. They had a lot of athletes down there, right? There's only 16 kids down there on the JV, but they were athletes. So it was a dogfight. Same thing's going to happen here tonight, right up the gut.
We got that replay.
They got
I can show you what we're
score.
talking about. Our guys line up.
And we got Brody
outside, here, if
inside the trailer.
This
Brody,
is
can
their
you give
center.
us a replay out
We're
there?
lining up like this, and the linebackers got to cover this, this, and this.
Here comes the replay right now. Everyone at home, take a look.
The Boyne City football drive.
there it is.
Selling tickets for $20.
Yeah, so anyway,
Support our
look at that.
program needs. We appreciate all.
I want to give credit to the line.
Yeah.
Number 75. He kind of opened that up a little bit.
Roll it back. Never mind. It's okay.
yeah, that's all right. That's fine.
Yeah.
You'll see it.
Well, good news for Kalkaska. They punch one in on their opening drive. Bad news is they have an injury back there at midfield, and he's not up yet. And so that's one thing that Kalkaska cannot deal with right now is more injuries.
Yeah, I think they only had about 7 guys on the sideline.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take a look, Chelsea, with this view. What do you know over there on the sideline?
Hi, I spoke to Coach McShane before the game, and he told me that this week's game plan is to be able to recognize formations and eliminate big plays from Kalkaska. He highlighted that the Ramblers spent a lot of time in the red zone for offense this week, getting some work done and working to stay focused, especially against those big play formations. All right, we're bringing it back to you.
Well, thank you, Chelsea. And that's something that Coach McShane does every week. It's the formation recognition. Sometimes we will go through scout cards and we don't even run the play. We just come out of the huddle, get in the formation. Defense has got to call it out. We back in the huddle, get a new formation. So we're not even running plays. They're just recognizing the formation and tendencies. And he does a fantastic job of that and getting through all those formations of the other team. But the big plays, obviously, it didn't stop that big play.
That was your basic up the middle.
Yeah. And there's a block.
Block.
There's a block by
No good.
just jumping the line. So
Owen Hewitt getting
Yeah.
credit over there by his teammates. Getting the leap,
The Mac leap.
the Mac leap. You got it.
Take this time to
take a look. Watch the leap here.
remember, we're taking
Looks like it
care
is
of all
Hewitt.
the supplies
Comes
for
from the
the
other way.
candy that we hear after
Yeah.
a touchdown.
Yeah,
That's the
Hewitt
line.
right through the middle.
Must have watched some film on Mac Alexander's 2015
Yeah.
campaign.
25 years.
Yeah, looked just like that.
Continued support.
Oh, Owen's known for his leaping abilities.
Will help
Known to
out.
hurdle a few players here and there.
Keep it
Tell
going.
you what, this quality of these drone
Oh,
shots
it's great.
is amazing. I feel like this. Where is this at? I feel like this is
that our field?
a university somewhere.
Yeah,
this
no
is
kidding.
our field right here. Man,
Yeah,
this
that's
is
Our
Matt
main man, Noah
Harju.
Hayden back
Noah
here.
Hayden is just killing it over there. That is beautiful.
I was going to give credit to Matt Harju, too, the groundskeeper. He's
Yeah.
out here. He paints these lines every week, keeps this
Looks
grass
fantastic.
looking good. I'm sure right after tonight's game, if there's not a home playoff, then we'll be fertilizing this ready for the next season. It's just the cycle of grass,
Yeah.
as we learned from Steve
Yeah.
from Hydroseed.
Catchman.
Well, it's hard to see, but it's PJ night here.
Oh,
And
I did.
PJ
not
night, but
notice.
they all have very large jackets over their
Seems
PJs.
like you didn't follow the.
I don't. Yeah.
You didn't take part in the initiative.
I did not. I'd be a little
blue
too
pants
cold.
is the note I got.
A little
Me
too. Blue pants and
Blue pants.
black shoes. Fit right in with the band.
He's our
You got
renegade.
blue shoes and tan pants.
Wilkinson.
I will say, if anybody did not notice, Chuck could barely fit into the jacket and he could barely hold the
I
triangle.
think that's a funny joke you guys play.
I no.
No, it is. No, that was fun.
You
Yeah.
picked the wrong one.
No,
I think.
no.
You picked the wrong one.
No. My name was actually on it.
Oh, I didn't fit in my jacket either. So if that
Yeah.
tells you anything.
Yeah. Looked like I should have been
Kickoff
wearing
from the
yours.
Blazers coming down to Owen Hewitt. That's the wrong guy to kick it to.
Get
The
upfield,
legs and
son.
speed.
There you go.
Don't
Goes.
slow down. Don't slow down.
Little hesitation there. And wow.
A great run. Still stands on his feet.
Man, way to take it to the tackler, and that is something that Owen Hewitt hasn't done in the past. He's trying to shake and bake. This one, he just runs over that last guy. That is a great return by Owen Hewitt.
Brendan
He's shifty.
Pajak.
Boom. Way to finish that.
Right there. That's the power that we need out of Owen Hewitt.
10 for the Ramblers.
Again, he gave credit to his 2 older brothers tonight when he
Rightfully
come in
so.
from senior night. All the senior night parents were honored, and all the seniors were recognized coming onto the field. And Owen said again, thanks to my two brothers.
It's been a fun family to watch, haven't it?
Talking to Scott Hewitt before the game, who's coaching, and I was kind of sentimental for him. I mean, he went over and gave Owen a hug, and this is the last home game they have.
Here he goes.
Maybe.
For the Hewitts, yeah. There's
Jamie Joseph. Turning into quite a back this year.
Yeah.
Jamie Joseph.
But I'm sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, this is the last time that the Hewitts are going to be touching this field, maybe. And I told him, this is going to be hard for you. And the main thing I wanted him to know, and everybody knows this already, is that the Hewitt family has put their stamp on the Boyne City program. I mean, they are a legacy family in this program. Yeah, many programs. So just want to make sure that all the Hewitts out there know that you've got a long-lasting legacy here at Boyne City.
There he goes again, Owen Hewitt.
Owen Hewitt over.
He runs like Hewitt.
Tackle.
On that note, Andy, I stopped and talked to the Agers, and same thing with them.
Yeah.
Put 4 Ager boys through this program, and tonight would be
Second
Tristan
down.
and Thomas's last home game here.
Potentially. I'm going to keep saying that. You don't know.
You never know.
We're going to talk about that playoff and how that looks in a minute here, but I don't know if my brain is ready for that.
See Jamie Joseph, the featured back right now, getting a lot of touches this year. This
It's
one
going to
goes
be just a truck right down
inside.
there.
Big
Hewitt,
hole,
though.
big ball, big hole.
So Joseph becomes the lead block for
Owen
Hewitt.
carries the
Picks up a
football.
few more. Only needed 2.
Oh, he got
First down,
all that.
First down. And the Ramblers putting together a nice drive after
Stopped
that
by
great
Trey
kickoff
Rumley
by
and
Hewitt.
Hunter Wilkinson.
Yeah, they look poised tonight, guys. They look very determined. This drive is getting put together pretty well.
Strange formation here.
You see Jamie getting the movement.
He's just going to punch that right up the gut.
Jamie Joseph. Touchdown.
No, he's on the 1.
Nope. Just
Hold
short.
that cannon.
Premature cannon.
Close cannon.
Yeah, that was close. It was right on the 1. He's diving, and he's put his hand down right on the 1, and that's what they're going to call it.
I give it right back to him.
Oh, yeah. Or to
5
Hewitt.
has come alive this year.
Look at this formation.
Might see a little bit of
This left side.
Drew
You see how
Neer
they're
going
stacked
here.
Our offensive line on the left side.
Hewitt. And he got stopped. Man, he went down in a hurry, didn't he?
Hit hard at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, we're going to watch this replay here from the Hero Cam angle. I think that's Cameron Little up there on Hero Cam. Am I right?
It is. And Alex Bowers, I think, up there.
And Alex,
in
Alex
the
up there.
crow's nest.
Game Cam and Hero Cam.
They had heating pads they were getting ready to take out there. A little jealous.
And we got this really tight formation over here.
Yeah, 3rd and 1 here. Critical play